We're testing, doing test. What happens here? Great, so thank you for being here. Welcome to the reading. We'll be pulling cards with these 5 decks here. You're pulling 2 cards from the Shadowscapes for the physical material realm and your spiritual sectors. We're pulling a card from the heterosexual magic for the romantic sector. For the advice, we'll be looking with Queen of the Moon Oracle. And we may be pulling some clarifiers with Black Moon astrology cards and La Vida Sibila. Now, onto the shuffle. Greetings, Virgo. How you doing, loves? Hope you're doing great. It's so good to have you here. Let's take a look at your cards. So I've shuffled and dealt your cards here. And before I flip any of them, I just kind of wanted to have a little talk with you about the energies that showed up for all of the Earth tribes. While I was shuffling everything here on the spirit board, I actually had stones down for you, for Taurus, and also for Capricorn. And this is actually the stone I picked for you all today. It was the black tourmaline. Hearing that might be a really good stone for grounding. Might be helpful for some of you all if you have one. But while I was shuffling and dealing, these 3 cards you all had in common. And so let me get you another view on this. We'll get a close up. This is a little closer. Hi. So the first card that showed up with my Shadowscapes deck is absolutely gorgeous. It's the 7 of Pentacles. And isn't she lovely? I'm hearing that some of you all, and this is where I don't want you to get sidetracked if you're not seeing yourself here, because some of y'all have been through some shit. I'm hearing about like a 7-year metamorphosis, and I have some of you all that reach for me with private readings, and you have had some things in common, several of you. I'll put it that way, especially with regard to the past several years, where it's kind of like you had to grow yourself, like you would grow a tree. It's taken time. And you might not see the fertility that you have created for yourself, some of you all, this way, that I'm seeing it. Just, you know, I'm looking at the cards here, and I'm experiencing maybe differently than you experience yourself. And I hope so. Maybe this will be helpful. But I'm hearing it's like some of you kind of got really like lost in yourselves. It's like being lost in the forest and not seeing yourself for one of the trees. And some of the things that you might have actually not meant to cut down of yourself by certain ways that you might have been critical, or just by allowing certain things to grow in your space around you that were kind of like detrimental. It's like you can have things in an ecosystem that work together and that sometimes work at cross purposes. You know, you can have certain weeds that actually help with certain things, and then later you have to cut them back because then they can tear out the whole plant. But it's like taking a new look at what you've grown. And I'm hearing for some of you all, and I didn't catch this for the other two tribes, for neither Capricorn nor Taurus, so I'm hearing this might just be specific for you all, but it's like, who's this lurking around your fruit here? There's a dragon there. And for some of you all, that's like somebody that I'm hearing you might actually want them there. You might want to offer them that because of the role that they played. And I'm hearing for some others, it's like knowing that dragon maybe you should have been paying attention to that dragon. I'm hearing for some of you all that dragon is not who you want in your garden at all. You're gonna know who that is. And hey, look at that! I've got a dragon on my ring there. I'm actually a dragon, so that could even be me pointing something out to you. Oh, I'm the last 2 days of the fire year of the dragon. But that was showing up, and I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like how you actually grew that tree that you might not have realized. It's like how you've been pouring yourself into whatever it is you've been doing. For some of you all, love is like right here for you, whether or not you see it. Because I'm hearing it's like it might have grown around you in a way that you didn't see. Because now it's like beauty showing up here over this fortnight. This is number 20, Waxing Gibbous. Number 4, and that card says beauty. It's like butterfly effects and flowers and love. And the things that are possible at this time, the star is sometimes an Aquarius person you might be dealing with. Sometimes this is you. You might have Aquarius in your chart too. And if not, it's like a certain amount of attention coming forward. This could be a card that you see when people around you are like starstruck. It's like dealing with celebrities. Sometimes it's like becoming famous. But these are all energies of things that have been growing and have been developing, and where you might have some roots that you didn't realize were there, especially if you've been kind of pruning. And so let's see what else we can find out, because I think those might give us a hint about what is here today. And I almost called you Taurus, and I'm hearing some of you all might be dealing with a Taurus. My hand literally just was laying down on the sigil here too, so I don't know if that's like somebody you wanted further in your life or not, but I heard Taurus. So, all right. I'm going to start with your card for the physical material realm, also Shadowscapes here, Virgo. 4 of Swords. And get that one up close so you can see it. So, whatever it is that you've been guarding with your heart, I'm hearing it's like, it might be like speak and tell time. It's kind of like your show and tell, but it's like what you needed to speak up about is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like some shit you didn't even know you had words for. It's like, I'm hearing it's like, oh, when I figure out how to say this, I'm going to be ready for a little song and dance. Because I'm hearing it's like, oh, something that might have relieved you too. I just see them like kind of almost clutching at the sword. It's like, I'm hearing for some of y'all too, it's like something about the Philosopher's Stone and the Sword in the Stone, or like different stories, anecdotals you might have been exposed to that might make sense to you right now, that are going to help you understand why 3 are in your hair and why you're almost clinging to one here, right there. But it's like, see this little bird over here is like hanging out here below her feet on her dress. It's like getting ready to dance. It's like, it's reminding me of Woodstock. If you've ever watched, oh gosh, the old Charlie Brown, you know, like the Peanuts, Woodstock, the little yellow bird like dancing all the time with Snoopy. I'm just seeing, it's kind of like, you might have like a little buddy. Maybe you have like a little animal or something. It's like your little mascot over there. And anyway, I'm hearing it's like some of you realizing that whatever has been practicing you has been more of a practice than you realized you could have called into this time, is what I'm hearing. It's like, tie me up in that. And for some of you all, this is weird. Like, I don't always get romance with the Four of Swords, but this one here, it's like she's like protecting her chastity. It's like something she couldn't share with anybody. And I'm hearing it's like why she's guarding it, and why it's like even like covering part of her like her groin, her crotch, her area. That's so something going on there. But this could also be speaking to the mercurial parts of your chart. Although you are an earth sign, earth tribe, okay. You are mercurial. You're ruled by Mercury. That's what they say. Mercury is your ruling sign. And I'm just picking you up kind of like an air person right now too. Sometimes you all are like in your mind a lot. And I'm hearing that might be kind of what's going on right now too. It's like trying to stabilize your mental faculties and realizing that that's like maybe how you called your world into being around you, and like needing something to hold on to. Now it's like, oh my God, I did this with my mind, you know? And so for some of you all, it's like waking up to the powers of what manifestation actually is, and what those other cards were that I just showed you, how things can grow up around you. All right, let's see what's going on in your spiritual realm, also with the Shadowscapes card, Virgo. I love it. All right, so legal stuff for some of you all. I hope you guys are on the right side of this one, because I hear if you're going to court, it's like she's going to take everything, the whole house, everything. It's like it's hers. Yeah. Justice showing up here. That's number 11. Highly Libran energy. We are in the Libra season. Could be legal things being wrapped up for a lot of y'all. That is major arcana. This is a card that's going to tell us that no matter what role you may have personally played, Virgo, because I'm making no assumptions, when this card shows up, it's letting you know that the eye of justice has been on this, and that justice gets fulfilled. So it's like on a cosmic level. So whatever roles people played, especially if they were karmic, and it was people trying to like grab at your genie, is what I'm hearing. It's like trying to grab at your essence. There might not have been the same gravity that people think that there is holding you to this place, and you need something to hold on to. And you might have had people like pulling at you. That's what I'm hearing for whatever you were trying to root here. Especially if you wrote something, I'm hearing for some of you all, there might be a weird legal consequence about something that was written about another person, or just about, I mean, somebody could have taken something that you created and like wrote it like it was theirs. I'm hearing it's like some weird, I'm hearing the words deferred adjudication for somebody because of whatever the situation is. And I'm hearing for somebody else, it's like just knowing that all these little things that you've been guarding or that you've had around you, like these little flowers and these little butterflies, it's like they come to you for a reason. And so I'm hearing for somebody, it's like you might be seeing how whatever it is you guarded or protected really is the subject of this, because for some of you all, it's your saving grace. For others, maybe like around you, it's like how they get like off with their head. You know, it's like literally like the dart that claims them because they were not as judicious with their words, with their spoken language, with their communication, with their written language, with the intentions of their heart, how they were protecting certain things. And it's like, it brings stability too, because even if it's like mental stuff, it's like the Four Swords, these are things that get forted. It's like landing in the fortnight here. So let's see what else is going on. And like I said, you could be dealing with a Libra too. So Libra, and then we've got Four Swords. This could also be, you know, other air tribe people, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I'll probably pull you some more cards here in a little bit, but let's see what else we have here before us, because we have a look at your romantic life with the Tarot of Sexual Magic here, Virgo. And, well, if it happens, it could be a quick thing. Seven of Pentacles. I'm hearing it's like, it was just time. It was our time. For some of you all, the Seven of Pentacles is the way something has developed around you that maybe you didn't even realize could happen. It's like how feelings can grow with somebody if you've like grown alongside with them. And the Seven of Pentacles showed up for all y'all in this other deck. The Shadowscapes for all my Earth tribes. And here, a totally different look on that. It's like maybe people that have been together 7 years, maybe they weren't. Maybe it's like hearing, you know, you might have lost communication with somebody, but it's like they've been with you. I'm hearing it's like all the little things that you developed alongside each other, and it's like if you haven't been together, it's like something could happen here. It looks like, you know, it's just time for certain things to happen. It could be things that are like mentally stimulating here too, where you just kind of know what to do with it. But I'm hearing that the opportunities might be rich for other things too, like relationships. And if this is a sexual thing happening, they might have knocked each other out pretty fast, but they might have just been away from each other for a while too, and I hear they're not going to be separated either. It's like there's like a certain kind of glue here with some of these couples is what I'm hearing, especially if there's been like a pouring out over a period of time. I'm hearing it's just like learning where the beauty grew in your life and knowing where to put the time and energy into it and making a good call on it, because justice needs to happen, and it happens here one way or the other no matter what you cut for it. So let's see what the advice is here. Oh, I will also just say here, since this is Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, this could be a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be, but it's speaking to Earth element in people's life. And so you could be dealing with people that have a lot of Earth in their chart. This could be a sexual relationship with somebody that's, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like yourself. Could be you, you know, doesn't have to be, but speaking of Earth element. So let's see what the advice is. With the Queen of the Moon Oracle, we've got number 33. So 33 is relevant for some of you all. And oh my goodness, look at that. She's playing the violin, flower moon blossoming. This is the things that have been growing all around you. For some of you all, you don't realize you have a skill that has developed that somebody might be looking for. Bless you. And it's time, bless you, baby, with all these sevens, for you to turn this into something. With the Pentacles being here, it's like how you can make money. I'm hearing for some of you all too, you might be thinking about, like, I'm hearing somebody's like, I don't know, I've been working on my body, I'm just going to start dancing, and like, seem like dancing around, like if this was a poll, hey, look, you're going to know what you want to market for yourself for. I'm hearing, don't put yourself up for grabs, though. I'm hearing there might be something smart you can do where you're not necessarily up for grabs, but where you can receive that benefit. And just know that you are blossoming, and that sometimes people are going to try to take a grab at that, especially if you have flowers all over you, and you've learned a lot over the years to know what to do with your light, because I'm hearing you're a sharpshooter, too. So, whatever it is, you can probably contract yourself in a really good way. Yeah, my elbow just popped. She's like grabbing at her elbow here too. I don't know, I heard something about like, watch your elbows. I just heard like tennis elbow, and she's like almost looking at her elbow here while she's playing her violin. I don't know. I'm like looking at somebody's elbow in a lot of these pictures here. So watch your knees, watch your elbows, especially if you're doing physical things or having a lot of sex with somebody. Because for some of you all here too, it's like letting a relationship happen that maybe you've been cut off for. Because you might have been like around this person like 4 years and not known that there was more that could happen here. And that's not for all of you, but for some of you all, it's like, it might be like a work thing that was going on, and now it's like, okay, done working with you. It's like, are we doing this? Look what blossomed with us. All right, what do we need to know about, I'm hearing for some of y'all, let's just see what we need to know about blossom. What's growing here? Oof. Better communication, because I'm hearing for some of y'all it's like communicating more of like what the truth is, because some things you might have been guarding too much. And being honest about that one thing that you weren't talking about. Okay. So let's stop there. No. Here, that's the pushy one. Wow. The one that turned you on your side. Hang on, baby. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of feedback on that about somebody who might have been like physical with somebody. Yeah. All right. So correspondence, la lettera. This is written communication. Okay. Sometimes it's a text message. Yemenio. That's a relationship coming together. That's hands. It's people tying the knot. And a baby. Look here. New start. Okay, so some of you all, I'm hearing this is a job offer. I'm hearing very distinctly it's a job offer. There might be some kind of contract that you have to sign. I'm hearing consider it if they're asking you for exclusivity. Okay. For some of you else, this is like getting together and it's like you insta everything. It's like here's the certificate, here's the ring and the kid and like how you conceive, and especially if you're like 33 or something like that, or maybe 23, 2 3s, I'm hearing it's like you're going to be pregnant really fast. For some of you else, this is like totally different. I'm hearing it's like, I'm hearing if this was like some debauch situation where you found out that somebody was doing something behind your back, you're going to find out like what they were doing in this relationship and how a baby got conceived and like why you're getting legal justice being served wherever it needs to be. Because for some of you all, it's like shit that doesn't get to happen to children, especially if you can prove things about paternity and what people were up to, and like where there's actually written communication and correspondence and like proof of relationships and lineage. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, ha ha. You know, it's like you being able to be in that position, being like, yeah, look, we're legit. You know, and for other people, it's like, now you see what they were doing behind your back. And it's like, you know, they even took all the steps. And some of y'all are just happy that you had something that you were holding on to for yourself, because it's like, yeah, now I get justice and things are still blossoming. And you know what? It's time for me too. So you're going to have to know which side of this you're on here, Virgo, because for some of y'all, I'm hearing it was messy. It was really, really messy, and that they would do anything that they could have to like just keep that going on in your head. It's like they just keep showing me, it's like, what's going on in her hair here? And I'm like, you know, now it's like all her hair is like going up here in the wind, and it's like people trying to cut it, and it's like, no, y'all stop trying to fuck with the bitch, you know? I mean, she got that awesome hair, and she knows what to do with her light and that shiny poker, and you know what? Virgo can cut a bitch too. Virgo knows how to like cut a bitch, and so it's like, if this is something nasty that's been going on around you, I'm hearing for some of y'all, you didn't even have to be that way, which is so nice, because they're even showing me somebody being like lovely, and she's just like growing in her beauty. She's taking care of herself, and it's like, no, you don't get to do that to her. So for some of y'all, it's like, you know, you have new things that happen because there was stuff that you were growing while you were being exposed to that. It's like you came out of this chrysalis. It's almost like a little worm coming out of like, you know, the caterpillar gets wrapped up and then the chrysalis, and it's like painful, and they're coming out as the butterfly, and it's like, look, now she like grew through this tree and now her hair is free and there's like butterflies everywhere. It's like, come on, see yourself right. You got to see yourself right. Okay? You see yourself right. You don't even have to get tied up with people and karmic stuff. It's just your time. And for some of you all, you're going to have corresponding evidence of this, like where you can actually take it to the bank. You know, this could be a check that somebody is willing to like pay you an installment on. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you're going to get some kind of tip here where it's like somebody's going to like put this tip, or it's a business card, and it's like, no, call me, we need you, and special engagement, and you know, it's a new start. So you can take these different ways. It's kind of like you get to pick and choose your energy, and some of you are going to be pulled in two different ways, and it's like, do you want to dilute your efforts too soon by taking both at the same time? And in some cases, I'm hearing no. Let them prove it and let them work for it too, because 7 of Pentacles will put in the time. All right, good to have it on there. And I'll go ahead and I'll pull one of these for you too. You might be dealing with, let's see here, a Cancer. I feel. Number 16. All right, that's what I got for you, Virgo. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. I love your comments. Love to respond to them. If you would like your own private reading, hit me up. My information is in the description and also here above. And if I don't hear from you, take care. We'll catch you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now.